What is up, guys? Welcome to Legacy TCG, back with some Edison. We've got Paul on the left playing a hero deck. It's we'll call it a hero's spirit, or like spirit of the heroes deck. It's something that Paul has cooked up, and it's pretty interesting. And then we have Tommy playing Fairies. So what happened here is he summoned a spirit monster, creature swapped it, got his Shining Angel, and then end phase, since it's a spirit, it hops back to the hand. So, oh god, please, okay. If Tommy got that crash off, that would have been insane. But yeah, that's the whole concept. It has a hero package, and then some of the spirits are waters, and then it kind of gains advantages with the spirit monsters by creature swapping or using Legacy of Yatagrasu's to get those +1s. So I was super excited to see him play the deck. So I have a couple of recordings of him playing it, and yeah. So if this Shining Angel dies, I don't think he has any targets, but at least we're gonna do some damage. So we'll do 14 and 19. 19. I think I missed a 14 strike because I was talking. Okay. And we'll pass it to Tommy. So far, it's looking good. We got a lot of tempo. We've boarded off some Shining Angels, Nova Summoners with our traps. And if we can keep doing this, applying the pressure, then we might be able to take it all away. Game 1. Tommy is very interested in trying to destroy this Shining Angel. I don't think Paul will have enough defense unless he honest and then he pitches Herald of Orange like, give me that summon. We'll take 500. I think I missed a 14 strike. Okay. So we used a lot of cards for that fight. Dropped an Honest, and then Tommy drops Herald. That way we can get our Cyber Valley, banish, draw 2. Sweet. That was fun. Transmigration is one of Tommy's fixers for the deck. He has that and Soul Release mained. That way he can sculpt his graveyard to have exactly 4 fairies. That way he can drop Christia a lot easier. Because once it exceeds 5 fairies, there's no real way to like undo that. But with this technology, he's able to just sculpt it the way he needs it, and then drop Christia just like that. So I think he added a recruiter and then set. This is done during main phase 2 because he had to do all that stuff to draw or to run over the Shining Angel. The Archer Christia actually comes down during main phase 2 more often than not because he uses the recruiters to feel the grave, and then we'll just drop the Christia and then let the opponent deal with the Christia during the next turn. He doesn't really need it for the damage. He just needs it for he just needs it for the static effect. Morphing Jar will do its job, refuel Paul's hand, but also refueling Tommy's hand. Deep Prison will take care of this Christia. I feel like Tommy has stabilized. He's thwarted off the initial creature swap switch. The Miracle Fusion was set, so that's one of the waters in the hero. I got blown up by Orange Light. He set that Miracle Fusion because he knew the Morphing Jar was gonna flip face up. So a lot of times he'll set the Morphing Jar and then like set 2 or 3 cards. That way he gets his plus off that. So I go Heavy Storm to clear the way. Just in case it's like a mirror force, perhaps. Summoning Zero is it's so comforting because you know that if he gets moved off the field, things are gonna they're gonna die. The alchemist is gonna die, the face down's gonna die. It's a good time for the Zero owner. So he'll attack for, I believe, 12? Yes, 12. And then Azure Priest is gonna be summoned. He's gonna take the recruiter or whatever's face down, Raiko. End phase, give me that back. Sick. So it's probably like triple creature swap in the deck. MST. Do a dimensional prison. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what all the spirits do. But the main point is like they jump back to hand. So he can take control of opponent's monsters and then pretty much give them nothing. And then there's also Legacy of Yatagrasses floating around, so every time you activate one and there's a spirit, then you can then you can draw 2. Paul takes game 1, and let's see if Tommy can do the reverse 2-0. My dog has arrived. So we will reveal 0, drop Water Spirit plus Alias. Summon Stratos. Wow, this is a very strong start. Yeah, another Alias. Oh, he just passes. Okay, so he knows like what's down there. It's most likely going to be a recruiter. And Paul's not really interested in doing Tommy's job, so activate. Hits a monster. Excellent. Okay, he might start doing it on his own. So we'll take 400. Yeah, so he's gonna crash until there's 4 fairies engraved, main phase 2, drop Christia. And then now we're gonna have a pretty tough time dealing with this Christia, because the only way we can like move it is maybe Compulse and Dimensional Prison. And we didn't set anything last turn to like stop this from happening. We'll crash. Dang, look at that. 1800. Perfect stats, runs into Stratos, crashes the Alchemist, and gains an Honest to hand. Things are looking good for Tommy. We'll draw Christia, add Dimensional Alchemist, pass. Turn 1. That's Future Fusion will not work on the second turn that it attempts to special summon because Christia is on board. So if he has no way to clear it, then yeah, so we'll go probably attack, look for damage step, nothing, or before damage step, Gemini Spark, and then we'll fissure the last card. Sweet. So we bought a little bit of time because there's 3 fairies engraved now. Christia we draw on top. Future Fusion will not be there on the second turn. And now we'll Alchemist. No dice. Okay, that's okay. We do 1800. He has a pretty good chance of hitting a monster every time he flips with the Dimensional Alchemist, because he has like a 23 monsters. So more than half the deck is monsters. So we'll go Assura Priest, attack, end phase, return to hand. So this is the weakness of the spirits, right? Because they can't stick on board. So if you're just doing normal stuff with it, like normal summon attack, then it pretty much -1s itself. Attack for 18. Attack for 28. This game is not looking so good for the hero spirit. Yeah, game 3. Game 3, Paul gets to go first. E emergency call. We'll probably search for shadows unless we already have it in hand. Effect goes through. We'll get alias to hand. I think that's a Cyber Dragon, Ghost Rare. Thing is with those Ghost Rares is like, they're really hard to see. You can hardly see the text either. Alright. I had to pause because I wasn't sure if I hit record. I was like really scared, so I paused. Light imprisoning mirror. Ooh, this will stop the Shining Angel from searching. We'll take 1900. Because this stops effects on field and in graveyard. Activated effects, at least. Does he have... I guess it doesn't matter if he has Spark because the prison's on the field. So if he sets another Angel, it's just gonna die. This is looking pretty good. Go Assure Priest. I think this monster like attacks twice or something, but the Prisoning Mirror is on the field, so... Ooh, Book of Moon is what's down there. And we take 200 unless we honest over it. We'll honest over it. Cool. He can drop Herald of Orange. And then that will thwart off the aggression from Paul. I think this is pretty important because if Paul is willing to... Oh god. Okay, I was gonna say this is pretty important because like he's willing to pitch an honest into it. Well, actually, he kind of had to do that, and then we'll keep like would have kept the compulse to like protect his other monsters. But since it got blown up, then he was kind of forced to use compulse. I think ideally he would have liked to save the compulse. Oh, I take a 19. This is Tommy's pretty low. Step 1, we gotta get rid of that light imprisoning mirror. If he draws, say, Mirror Force, we're in a good spot, but oh god. More gas. I'm not sure what that one does. We'll creature swap it. We'll give him the blue one. That way it returns to our hand during the end phase. And do we... maybe just leaves him with nothing? No. We attack. Book of Moon. Put it face down. Attack. We take 700. I have no idea what the stats are on that, so I have to like look at what Tommy's inputting to his calculator. Honest. Oh, he's ramming it in. He's going in. We take another 700. We're gonna drop a Christia. This is our Hail Mary. Royal Decree shuts off the light imprisoning mirror. 1, 2, 3, 4. We add Honest. And we might be able to take over the game with this because he has a face down monster on that side of the field. Oh wait, that would turn off the Christian would turn off that recruiter anyways. but it looks like Paul has to wall up against this Christia. He needs to draw Deep Prison, Gemini Spark, one of those monsters. I think the most valuable monster you can get rid of right now is that Alias. Yeah, he recognizes that. Sets one, passes. Attacks the face down. It is an honest, he'll take another 100. Okay, so now if Paul draws like a spark, he has no Alias. Because he's not drawing his defensive traps like Deep Prison or Compulse to move this Christia. Return this to hand. Attack for 1,000. Slowly chipping away at Paul's life. Tommy took a lot of damage, but just one Christia could stabilize the whole game for him. Especially if he can back it up with like Herald of Orange Light in hand or Honest. It's very good. Assure a Priest. Takes a hit. Okay, yeah, so Paul's job needs to move the Christia. It's gotta be one of those defensive traps, but there's also another layer of protection, which is the Royal Decree, which I totally forgot about. So it's gotta be like Spark or Book. Spark, Book, attack over it somehow. Yeah, there's a lot of layers. DD Designator, he will call a card. Maybe... I'm not sure what he called, but it looks like he got it wrong, so Paul will pick a random card from his hand. Takes the middle one, it is a Christia. Yeah, that's the cost of using DD Designator. If you get it wrong, then you lose a card. It's like 2.5 turns to kill Paul. Take 28 and pass. It's not looking good. It was so close too. Card Trooper activate. He's gonna go for 3 cards. Honest. Activate effect, return to hand. And we ball. Attack. Wang Hu. Attack. And it's GG. Sweet. That was a fun couple of games. Oh, he could have used creature swap. But the thing about creature swap is if there's 3 creatures, Tommy can choose which one he gives. So it's only really good if there's like 1 monster on that side of the field. That way they have no choice but to give you their like best monster. But there's 3, and Tommy can just give him like Card Trooper or something, or the Angel. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Paul had to draw like Gemini Spark and Alias or like Book of Moon to like turn this off. The Royal Decree really helped a lot too. Yeah, but at least we got to see a really cool, interesting deck, something a little different than we're used to seeing. I always enjoy the spice. The spice keeps things interesting, and I do have a couple more games of Paul playing the deck. It looks super fun. We got to see some of its power throughout this match, but Tommy was able to reverse 2-0 Paul. Fun game. If you guys like the videos, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.